look no further than the most recent famous example. Bubba Wallace, NASCAR driver. All of a sudden we get word that he's a black guy. All of a sudden we get word that a noose was found in his garage. Never mind the fact that security to get into a NASCAR garage is absurd, but a noose was found in his garage. And before you know it, NASCAR's putting out a statement. And then Bubba Wallace gets in his car and all the NASCAR drivers and crews march in solidarity with Bubba Wallace. And Bubba, I'm sorry this happened to you. And Bubba, it's terrible. Never mind the fact he just got done painting a Black Lives Matter decal on his car, already indicating the guy's a huge scam artist. No one wanted to stop and think. No one wanted to stop and ask. And those of us who did, who were like, that doesn't make sense at all. Bubba Wallace went on The View. This was yesterday morning, went on The View. He thinks if you're questioning that, you're simple-minded.
Yeah, just like Steve Phelps said, it offends me that people would go to those measures. But again, I'm not shocked. People are entitled to their own opinion to make them feel good, whatever, help them sleep at night. But it is still an ongoing investigation with the FBI. I can now say I've talked to the FBI. Never thought that would happen. But it's just unfortunate circumstances and in a terrible time that we're in right now. Year 2020 will be one year to for sure forget moving forward. But it's simple-minded people like that, the ones that are afraid of change. They use everything in their power to defend what they stand up for. And instead of trying to listen and understand what's going on. And like I said, it's still an ongoing investigation. We're still trying to figure out whoever did this crazy act, trying to pinpoint it on somebody and just go through it all. So it's, I think it was better for me not to see it directly. I don't know how I would have reacted, but it's all in their hands now, the FBI's hands, to go through everything and try to figure it out.
Why are you so simple-minded? Didn't you hear? Bubba's offended. Why are you trying to defend yourself? You don't have any right to defend yourself. Didn't you hear? Bubba's offended. You don't get to defend yourself. Sit there and listen, bigot. It was a noose. Except it wasn't a noose. You see, only hours after Bubba gave that winning interview on The View, this happened. The FBI puts out a statement, quote, "After a thorough review of the facts and evidence surrounding this event, we have concluded that no federal crime was committed. The FBI learned that the garage number 4, where the noose was found, was assigned to Bubba Wallace last week. The investigation also revealed evidence, including authentic video confirmed by NASCAR, that the noose found in the garage number 4 was in that garage as early as October 2019. Although the noose is now known to have been in number 4 garage in 2019, nobody could have known Mr. Wallace would be assigned to garage number 4 last week. You see, it was just a string they attached to the garage doors that had a loop on the bottom of it so you could hook your finger in it and pull down the garage door. So it had nothing to do with racism. It had nothing to do with a noose. It had nothing to do with Bubba Wallace being a victim. It was just a string. It's just a string. And all that happened. Let me lay all that out for you. Now you know where we are on the timeline. Does Bubba Wallace walk to the microphone somewhere and, hey, man, I'm sorry, jump the gun on that one. I apologize to anybody who stuck their neck out there for me. I feel like an idiot. I apologize. How long did that take? About 5 seconds is all it would have took. Instead, Bubba Wallace goes on Don Lemon's show and says this.
Tell me about how you're feeling right now.
I'm pissed. I'm mad because people are trying to test my character and the person that I am and my integrity, and they're not stealing that away from me, but they're just trying to test that. And as a person, Don, that doesn't need the fame, doesn't need the hype, doesn't need the media, I could care less. I could give two craps about that. But to sit there and read, and that's my problem. I'm reading too much into it and investing too much time into it. I am.
Don't do that.
I know. I'm trying hard not to, and after tonight, I'll probably turn my phone off unfortunately, until about 7:30 in the morning, where the interviews start back up again, and we get to it all over. But Don, to hear my side of the story, and I don't mean to steal your spotlight of the show, but my side needs to be heard.
You know my favorite part of that entire thing? No accountability whatsoever, trying to stain my character. My favorite part, though, is, yeah, people act like I'm just doing this for the fame and everything as he does his 19,000th TV interview. I love that. That's maybe my favorite part of the entire thing. But, you know, Bubba, he had more to say about that Noose.
I've been racing all my life. We've raced out of hundreds of garages that never had garage pools like that. So people that want to call it a garage pool and put out old videos and photos of knots being in their as their evidence, go ahead. But from the evidence that we have, and that I have, it's a straight up noose.
Just say sorry, bud. Now you look even dumber. Just say sorry. That's all. Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.